But one of the big things that I see as an issue in the world of Islam, and I am in no way an expert, but I have learned very well from my Muslim friends, that if you look at the Christian world, there is a leader. If you look at the Jewish world, there is a clear leader, whether it be the Pope or whatever. If you look at the Muslim world, it is fractured. Whether you're looking at Iran, whether you're looking at Afghanistan, whether you're looking at Sudan, whether you're looking at Syria, they all have a different mindset. They all have slightly different cultures, different sects. And what you have is a fracturing of what is one of the greatest religions and cultures in the world. Islam has a very, very long history. They have a beautiful culture. They can teach us so much. But with the fracturing of this great culture, they don't work together. There is no real cooperation. Mm-hmm. So, Professor, what I would like to ask from you is, do you see this as being part of the problem, and do you feel that if there was a leader in the Islamic world, that just due to the respect that's given to an Islamic leader, whether it's a local mullah or whatever, and they do get a lot of respect, that if there was a leader in the Muslim world, a lot of these issues would be taken care of just due to the respect given to a leader?
Yeah, and I think that's really a great question. I mean, there are two issues. This question of authority in Islam has been, it's a classic question well, the absence of centralized authority has really allowed some kind of anarchy in the religion because of the issuing of fatwas, because of anyone can claim anything they want, regardless of their qualifications. And actually, the field is much more codified than that, but because of some kind of, ironically, some form of democracy of interpretations, anyone can get in and make, and that is a problem. Related to that is the question that religious authorities have historically been associated with oppressive states, that states have used religion in many ways to oppress other people, and therefore therefore the fracturing of religious authority. That if Islamic authorities have been associated with corrupt leaders, therefore you have to create different pockets of opposition that are equally religious. They say, I can also claim religious credentials and I can oppose you. I think that's beyond that, conflict is human nature. I mean, there is no way that we're going to say that by establishing some kind of religious authority within Islam that where all conflicts are going to disappear. Well, the conflict is part of human nature. The question is just how to manage it, how to moderate it, what kind of channels do you give it to settle our differences, whether they are theological or whether they are social or political. And I think for me that is a really important question. And the challenge for Muslim societies is that if we want to put religion at the center of public life, I mean that can be tricky. That if religion is the center of public life, well, how are you going to negotiate differences that might challenge that view?
That's right. Roger just touched a very important point, yes. I believe. And this is the lack of a leader of the Islamic world. Inshallah. And at the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was no conflict in between people or in between nations. Mm-hmm. In between within the Islamic society, there was no conflict at all. Yes. So there was no sects. And at the time of the Khalifa, at the time of the Ottoman Empire, for example, the Khalifa was the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. So there was no conflict in between Islamic world. Inshallah. So we believe that in very near future, according to the Hadith, and there was at least 150 portents that are already established, already came true. We see that it's the time for the appearance of a Mahdi alayhi salam. So he will unite all the Islamic world, all the Islamic countries, sure. So that there will be no conflict anymore. So he will teach what is right according to Quranic morality, what's written in the Quran, according to the verses in the Quran, and there will be no conflict at all. There will be he will correct all sects according to the Quranic morality.
Inshallah.
And they will, all Islamic world will behave according to the Quran, so there will be no oppression, there will be no wars, no bloodshed anymore, inshallah.
Inshallah.